What's up, guys? Welcome back to Flowing with the Finneys. Alright, so this is kind of a little bit different from what we normally do on our channel, but I wanted to make sure that I spend more time talking about my pregnancy because I am almost 35. This is my third and final pregnancy, and this is my first son, me and Clarence's first son. So we're pretty excited about it, but I feel like sometimes we do a lot of mini births, we do a lot of family stuff, but we don't always talk about what's going on like with our pregnancy. So I want to make sure that I spend a lot of time focusing on this pregnancy because it is my final pregnancy. So one thing I noticed that's really different about this pregnancy versus my other two pregnancies is that this baby moves a lot more. And I don't know if it's because he's a boy. I don't know if it's because I'm like more in tune with the way it feels because I've had two kids already, but he moves so much more, like so much that sometimes, I'm only 22 weeks pregnant, and sometimes he will wake me up with the movement in the middle of the night. So, and I know he's not that big. Last time we saw him, he was just under a pound, and that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So he's not that big, but he's making a lot of movement and waking me up at night, and which is really different from my first two pregnancies. My first pregnancy with my oldest, Cadence, was the worst pregnancy ever. I was sick for over 20 weeks. Could not even keep water down. I lost so much weight, like 50 pounds during my pregnancy because she was making me so sick. It was so bad. I thought that there was something wrong. I was in and out of the hospital. At one point, they thought they were gonna have to take my appendix out. Like, it was a lot. And I also had to go to the hospital a lot of times for fluids with my first pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I think I only got sick like one time, but it was a pretty relaxed pregnancy. She was really difficult. We had like 3 or 4 anatomy screenings because she would not turn over. With this baby, I'm already about to go in for my second anatomy screening because he would not cooperate either, which I feel like is just a trend with our kids. They just don't cooperate in the womb. They don't cooperate when they're out of the womb. So we'll see how it's different with him because I feel like it's probably going to end up being like a similar situation. So something else that I'm noticing is that last week I started realizing that sometimes when I wake up in the morning, my joints are really achy and I have a hard time bending my fingers, and so I'm almost kind of worried that I could have. I've had some friends that have had carpal tunnel while they've been pregnant, especially like in this thumb. It is like my right hand would be so stiff when I wake up in the morning. So I need to make sure I talk to my doctor about that because I keep forgetting every time that I go, but I will make sure I bring that up. Something else I'm starting to worry a little bit about is names. Me and Clarence have a really hard time picking names for our kids. We make a list, we add to it periodically through our pregnancy. We are 22 weeks in and our list has 0 names. So I'm a little bit worried about that because at this point I feel like with Cadence, especially my oldest, we had like 10, 15 names. With Sienna, we had like a good 5 names, but now we're 22 weeks and we're over halfway there. We even have a delivery date and we have no names. And part of the problem is that we like to stick within a certain like letter range. So my name is Candace with a K, Clarence obviously with a C. Our oldest, Cadence, is a K, and our youngest daughter is a C. So K's in my family are a big deal. All my siblings are K's except my oldest sister was a Q. But all of us have the same initials. K is like a really big thing in my family. So I wanted to make sure like that we continued on with that kind of thing. So Cadence has my initials. Sienna has Clarence's initials. So now with our son, I was like, maybe we should just do like a completely random. I'm sorry, I'm so hot. Look at my glasses. I had turned this fan on for a second. I hope it doesn't mess up my sound. So anyway, I'm telling Clarence like maybe we should do like a completely random letter. Like both of our kids already have our initials, so maybe we should do a random letter. But Clarence is feeling like if we do that, then our son might feel left out. Once he gets older, he'll be like, how come everybody else has the same initials except me? Which I get. So I'm kind of thinking that we're gonna have to like mix our initials. But the problem is we cannot think of any names. Another issue is that Clarence is the third. He has the same name as his dad, same name as his grandfather, And I feel like there's a lot of pressure for people to expect that because he's the third that we would just have the fourth. But as long as I've known Clarence, I've told Clarence, if we ever had a son, I will not be naming him Clarence. It's like, and I feel bad saying it, I don't want to name my baby Clarence because I don't like the name. And also because the name I feel like is a really important part of a person's identity. Like, I feel like with my name, like, it's Kandyce. I feel like it's Candace, but it's a unique Candace. I feel like it fits me. Same thing with my kids. I feel like when we saw them, we spent time with them a little bit. I mean, Cadence didn't have a name for 3 days because we wanted to like really feel like which name do we feel like fits her. So I feel like it's really a big deal that me and Clarence make about wanting to make sure that our kids have names that, one, are going to help them be productive in the future because people judge you by your name, and two, that really fit them. I don't know how people pick a name before they have a kid because I could never do that. And also, I think you really realize how many people you don't like, how many TV shows you've seen names in, how many other people have kids with certain names, because when you're naming your kid, you think about all those things. Oh, I can't name my kid this because that one person I hated on that TV show had that name, and I am that person. So I am super worried about a name because I feel like that's going to be like our hardest thing. We really have to like start, and anytime we go through names, we're like reading lists and looking at videos, and I'm like, nope, don't like that name. Nope, don't like that name. And then there's one name that I kind of like, and I wanted it for Sienna. I still like it now because I feel like it's kind of a unisex name, and it's also a name that you don't hear often. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone with this name spelled this way. It's not a crazy name, nothing crazy. But Clarence really hates the name. He really hates the name. So I'm gonna keep pushing it because I really like that name. And now I need the fan again because my glasses are steaming up. Hold on. So another thing that we have going on week 22 of pregnancy is that I'm gonna be getting a maternal massage, actually tomorrow. I didn't do this with Cadence because I was so sick the whole time. I was just so uncomfortable. But I did have one with Sienna, and I felt like it was really good because anybody that's had a baby, you know, the back pain is crazy. And on top of the back pain, I have a large chest, which makes it even more painful. So I just feel like it just like feels like you have all this weight on you. So I'm gonna go tomorrow and get a maternal massage. The only thing I don't love about it is like you kind of got to flip around a few times. You got to be on your side because obviously you can't lay on your belly. But it's super relaxing. So I'm hoping that after I get that, it'll alleviate like some of these aches and pains that I've been having. And anybody that hasn't done that, if you're expecting, you should treat yourself at least one time to a maternal massage because it is so relaxing. And afterwards, you're just gonna feel like a new woman. And the last thing I'm gonna bring up is a registry. After your first kid, I feel like a lot of people don't really ask you for a registry. And my aunt recently asked me for one, and so I made one, which I feel like we'll just end up buying everything off of it because we kind of did that with Sienna too. We made a registry and only a couple of people bought stuff off of it because I feel like once you get to your third kid, they're like, you should have everything. And I do have a lot of stuff. We have a whole bunch of stuff. Thank God we have a lot of stuff, but we don't have a lot of boy stuff. So we need stuff for our baby boy. So I did make a registry. I definitely suggest anybody who is having a baby make a registry. Mine is on Amazon. I love Amazon. I get everything on Amazon. It's quick, it's easy, it comes right to your door. I love my Amazon registry. So I would suggest you use Amazon registry. And in my next video, talking about our pregnancy, I think maybe I'll go through some of like the essentials that me and Clarence have used over the years that have really helped us in our parenting journey. So thank you guys for watching this interesting, weird, different pregnancy vlog that I decided to do randomly while I'm at work. I'll see y'all in the next video, and we'll talk more about the baby. We'll make some more fun videos, and I hope you guys really enjoy this one. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.